what do you think about dropping the atomic bomb during World War II? Would that be a correct thing to do?
I think it's a correct thing because I have defined something good as if something is good to most of the people, then it is good. And the World War II have made thousands of people die. And if this atomic bomb killed or have made thousands of millions of people to die, and if the two atomic bombs just killed maybe less than 1 million people, and it ends the war, I think it's very good.
What if you are Japanese? Would you change the view of this question?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Maybe I will not so supportive to this, but
what if they drop the nuclear bomb in China instead of Japan? Would you think that to be right or wrong?
I think if China has killed too many people, I think it's if China has started a war and killed too many people, I think it's good.
Do you think dropping the atomic bomb during World War II was the correct thing to do? A little bit of a history lesson.
Do I think the atomic bomb was the right thing to do? I think that's really, really difficult to sit here right now and make a decision about that. Trying to put myself in those shoes and making that call, I would probably do the same thing, honestly. Just because I'm the kind of person that wants to do some sort of action and see some sort of concrete outcome. And that was really the only way that we were going to see the result that we wanted. So it was a really terrible thing, and I really go back and forth with this a lot, thinking about it. So my politically correct answer is I don't know, because
Okay.
I wasn't in that situation, but I probably would have done the same thing.
Okay.
Do you think dropping the atomic bomb during World War II was the correct thing to do?
Yeah, I've read very much about this, but I do think it was the right thing to do, because I've read many books about World War II, and Japanese were very, very resilient. They were very against surrendering. It's part of their religion, or maybe not their religion, I'm not making it
Culture.
their culture, that you cannot, you gotta be loyal, and you cannot give up. And I really do believe that if we hadn't dropped the atomic bomb, that it would have been a war of attrition, and that many people, many more would have died than what had happened. So.
Same, I agree with the same. Also, we were not affecting World War II until they dropped until they did the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
So they got us into war, and it's like a fight between two people. When you get in a fight, you expect getting hurt. So what we did, I think, was definitely justified because it stopped the war, stopped us from using resources that we shouldn't have spent anymore. The war was getting long enough. People were just losing a lot of Americans. Besides Americans, a lot of our allied troops, and it was just the best thing because after the second bomb, they thought we were going to drop another one. They completely surrendered stuff. Like you said, in the culture, they, for example, samurais, when they're disgracing themselves, they kill themselves. That's yeah. So
It would have been terrible to continue, and all we would have been doing was island hopping, until there's so many islands in Japan.
So it would have been awful.
The next question is, if you could live a life that was always happy, would you choose that life?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
Because if I cannot feel the pain, then I don't know what is happy. That is my experience have told me.
What if you live in heaven? There's no pain.
There's no pain. I could not distinguish from happy from pain. So happy means nothing to me then.
What about different level of happy? For example, you have low level of happy, then happier, happier, happier.
No, no.
No. So,
If I don't have pain, then I will not be satisfied. I will not be satisfied with any level of happy. For example, in my childhood, I lived a happy life, but I didn't know. I didn't realize that. But when I grown up and have gone through some pains, then I realized, okay, that is happy. And now, if I'm having it, I will feel it, and I know that is happy. That is a happy life. If I have ever gone through this pain, I wouldn't know I'm living a happy life now.
so there's no way to define happy if you don't know the pain.
Yes.
If you could live a life that was always happy, would you choose that life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't. I wouldn't, actually. Yeah, because I guess, like, the way that I think about things, I think about things critically, so I think if you're 100% happy, then you're complacent and you're not challenging your everyday life and the decisions you make and the people and just, like, every part of your life. So I don't think that that's, like, really possible if you're thinking critically about your life. I like consider being happy all the time to kind of like drinking the Kool-Aid. So I don't think I would actually. So I take that back.
If you live a life that was always happy, you choose that life.
I don't think you could ever live a life that's all that happy.
But let's say an imaginary world.
Well, I'm saying like, not even like, if you're always happy, then that's just normal to you, right? I think that that just never is going to happen. Because if you're always happy, then you're always just, it's going to be what you know. There's nothing different. It's just like, I could be always happy now, it's just, I'm just here, you know? Like, this is what I perceive as normal. I mean, I would never want to live a life of always happy. And I'm not that kind of person. I enjoy life going up and I enjoy life going down, you know? Like,
I just feel like
there can't be happiness without sadness, in my opinion.
Yeah, even though like in class what we talked about was how Aristotle like believed that the only like thing that the whole goal of life was to achieve happiness, and like we do that our whole life to achieve happiness. But even though that is a goal of life, I feel like still like if your life was always happy, life would not make sense because in some ways you get bored. In many ways you actually get bored because it's always a consistent feeling, you know what I mean? Like as humans, I feel like variety is very good, you know?
I don't believe
like, we all have our own opinions, you know?
that happiness is a destination. I believe it's more of a pursuit. That there's no way you can really ever arrive at happiness.
100%. It's like something like
you can always pursue it, but you can never fully just achieve happiness, you know?
Yeah.
People always are trying to be happy, but it's not something they can like keep up for very long.
Yeah.
It's not something they can just like, reach happiness.
Yeah.
So, do you have a duty to anyone or anything?
Yes.
For example?
For example, I need to keep myself healthy so that my parents won't worry about me too much.
So it's a duty to your parents.
Yes. And if I have a child, I will be very careful to raise him or her. Then I have to duty to my own child. And I think I also have duty to the people around me. I need to make them life better.
What if say your children is always bad to you? Do you still have a duty? For example, if you are very old, your children won't come back and see you and won't have some time with you. I think that in the culture of China, that is considered very bad.
Yes.
Would you still think you have duties to them?
Yes.
Why?
I think duty doesn't depend on whether the thing is good or bad. Duty is good. It's responsibility. We should do that.
You believe it's an absolute duty, regardless of what the consequence for the environment.